Listen closely, because everything you think you know about being an LP, about how things work behind the scenes, is about to be shaken to its core. There's a hidden world in private equity and venture capital, a world where the loudest rules, the ones everyone talks about, are just the surface. Beneath, there are new rules being enforced quietly, privately, rules that aren't written in contracts or disclosed in reports. And these rules, they're reshaping who wins, who loses, and who gets left behind, right under everyone's noses. You might feel that gut pressure, that restless energy telling you something's off. You see the glossy presentations, the polished numbers, the promises of upside. But the real dynamics? They're invisible, and it's crushing. Because you know the stakes are massive. It's not just about where you put your money. It's about who's playing by which rules, who's controlling access, who's really calling the shots. There's a deep frustration bubbling under the surface for many LPs. You're expected to show up, check off the list, nod along at meetings, all while sensing the real power games are happening out of sight. Private conversations, unspoken agreements, hidden expectations nobody dared to share. And that silence is bleeding your confidence dry. You try to push through it, but every decision starts feeling like a shot in the dark. You wonder if you're being played, if you're really getting the full picture, or just being fed a polished version to keep you quiet, to keep you compliant. It's lonely too, because you're not just dealing with numbers. You're dealing with humans, fund managers, founders, gatekeepers, who guard these hidden rules like their lives depend on it. And they do. Because these rules protect them. They give control, influence, and power to a few, while everyone else scrambles for scraps. These are the rules that determine your real leverage, your true influence, your actual ability to shape outcomes instead of being shuffled along. Now imagine for a second what it would feel like to break through all of that, to find out exactly what these invisible rules are, to watch the curtain pulled back and see the real game laid bare. Because once you know the hidden expectations, the unspoken signals, the private pressures, everything changes. Your choices, your confidence, your impact. The first hard truth? Relationships are currency, not networking, not standard meetings. It's about unfiltered trust, candid conversations, and shared risk on a level most LPs never get invited to. And these relationships are earned not through volume, but through rare, deliberate alignment. The LPs who thrive today are those who play this long, quiet game. They listen between the lines. They ask questions nobody else dares to. They refuse to settle for superficial engagement, and instead demand honest, sometimes brutal transparency. The second truth is about patience and ruthlessness. The LPs who succeed adopt a different pace. They don't chase the latest trend or hottest fund. They wait for moments that others ignore. And when those moments come, they pounce. This isn't about fast returns or flash headlines. It's about deep conviction, a surgical sense of timing, and the discipline to hold firm even when the noise around them screams to act. Because the true power isn't in speed, it's in precision and endurance. But don't mistake patience for passivity. The third hidden rule is about being critically selective. This is the ugly truth about diversification you rarely hear. Spreading too thin means spreading yourself weak. The LPs who quietly outperform aren't chasing every opportunity. They ruthlessly weed out funds or managers that don't meet an invisible standard, a certain fire, a spark of transformative vision, a refusal to conform to norms. They walk away from easy yeses and comfortable choices, even when it hurts. And here's the kicker. This selectivity isn't just financial, it's philosophical. The best LPs have an internal barometer. They align with managers who don't just follow trends, they rewrite the rules. Who don't just optimize business as usual, they create what comes next. This invisible filter is what separates those who build legacies from those who just build portfolios. Here's what the system won't tell you. The real power moves happen with discretion. Public disclosure is a smokescreen. The loud announcements, mostly window dressing. The truth is preserved in quiet moments, confidential side conversations, subtle shifts in partnership agreements, undisclosed expectations around governance and co-investment. This is a delicate dance where a single misstep can close a door forever. LPs who understand this don't waste energy on public validation. They build quiet influence, earn exclusivity, get early access to deal flow that's never advertised. They tap into networks that thrive on mutual respect, not just contracts. They function in a parallel economy of trust and aligned incentives, impossible to see on any headline or report. This is why so many LPs feel trapped despite thriving markets around them. The rules changed, but most never got the memo. They're still playing a game designed for decades ago. And it shows in how opportunities slip past, how votes at the advisory committee fall flat, how potential partnerships dissolve in silence. Despite all the data and transparency efforts, a secret barrier grows, a chasm between the very few who control and the many who follow. But this isn't a trap, it's a choice. And understanding these hidden rules is your way out. When you grasp the real dynamic, that success lies in sovereignty, in questioning, in transformation, you flip the narrative. You stop being a passenger and start becoming a driver. You begin to craft your own reality rather than accepting a borrowed one. So what do? First, reclaim your sovereignty. Treat your will, your decisions, as the ultimate weapon here. Stop being polite with your doubts. Push back where things don't feel right. Demand clarity without apology. Silence the noise with critical questions and watch how the real conversations begin. Next, harness the power of patience. Learn to spot not just what's popular, but what's genuinely rare. The asymmetry isn't just in returns. It's in timing and selectivity. This isn't about largest number of commitments. It's about the right one commitment at the right time with the right partner. And finally, curate your circle with ruthless care. Find those few who burn with the same intensity you do. Collaborate with them fiercely. Guard that alignment like your most valuable asset. Because in this movement of transformation, where old rules crumble, your tribe becomes your fortress and your propulsion. This hidden code isn't taught at conferences or found in quarterly reports. You have to live it, breathe it, embody it. Those who do aren't just making investments. They're rewriting what's possible. This is your call to break free from the illusions, to see through the comfortable lies and claim the power buried beneath. Not with slogans, not with superficial changes, but with relentless, deliberate transformation. Because in a world where everyone else clings to old maps and outdated rules, being the LP who knows the secret code is the ultimate edge. So, listen again. The quiet revolution is already underway. It's being led by those who refuse to be silent prisoners of the system, those who burn rather than bend. It's a battle for your freedom, your influence, your future. But it's only for those who dare step beyond comfort, who dare question everything, who dare become more. This moment is yours to seize. Don't lose it in noise. Harness it in essence. Because the next wave of power, wealth, and impact belongs to those who see what others miss and act on it. Stand firm, stay curious, play long, and watch as the invisible transforms into the undeniable.